Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Sunday, October 23rd, 2022. Welcome to a very special video where we will explore the Central Repair Shop in Queens, specifically in Woodside, Queens. And this tour was sponsored by Open House New York, and it was by the lottery system only. I've been wanting to get on this tour for no less than 5 years. And finally, they made it a lottery system where it's the luck of the draw, and I got a ticket. So let's get started. Before I take you behind the scenes, this is me. I'm Crazy New York Driver. Behind me, you can see people queuing up for the event. This is where the event actually was held on 58th Street in Woodside, Queens. It's a very big facility. Now you're probably looking at it and saying, Joe, it's freaking 2 floors. How big is it? Well, guess what? There are 4 floors underground. So that being said, let's get started. Inside, that's the security gate. The man on the left is Spiro. The man on the right is Andrew. Both are employees, senior members of the sanitation department, who gave us this guided tour. This is so freaking interesting, and you're going to have to forgive me because I took a lot of pictures, and I'll try and explain everything as we go along. The vehicles on this floor, which you would probably consider the ground floor, but they consider it the 5th floor, are all brand new. The vehicles are stored here to be striped and outfitted as necessary. This is a very rare vehicle. It's actually an electric vehicle, what they call a green vehicle. They tell me it's the only one of its kind, not only in New York, but in the United States of America. So you're getting your first look at New York City's only green vehicle of its kind with respect to sanitation. That's a look from the side. See right there? Electric sweeper. This is a street sweeper. I'm sure you've seen these go by your houses. This happens to be a wrecker, heavy duty. This here is an electric vehicle for the sanitation department, and Spiro is demonstrating how they charge it after use each day. This happens to be a Chevy. This is a side view of one of the trucks that I just showed you. This is, I think, a salter, calcium chloride only, where they put the chemicals in. Okay, here it is. They have an attachment on the front for the plow, and later on I'm going to show you hundreds of plows in storage. These vehicles are brand freaking new. Sanitation electric car. This one, as you can see, has already been striped. It just came into the fleet. Here are plows that are set up on smaller vehicles. These smaller vehicles are used for doing walkways through parks and things like that. They're not used on highways or streets. There's a better look at one of them. There's a garbage truck. Yep, brand new. Right into the fleet and looking good. This is a little Cushman. They really didn't even talk about this, but seeing that it had dual axles on the back, I thought it was worth a photo. Here you can see they have a truck that's up on the rack. They do all their repairs here at the Central Repair Facility, and these are heavy-duty mechanics licensed by the city. There's another look at that truck. Now we're walking into the next section of the garage. These are portable compressors. This is what they call a 60-40 garbage truck. The right side being the 60, the left side being the 40. This is used for recycling only. They do not put household garbage in this truck. For instance, the right side might be used for glass and the left side for your plastic bottles. But again, this is a 6040 truck. Brand new rig, waiting to be put into service. This is really neat. This is probably my favorite vehicle of the fleet. An old-fashioned, actual New York City garbage truck. I do not know the year of it, and I asked both Spiro and Andrew, and neither one of them knew the exact year of it. So if we have any truck aficionados out there that can tell me the year of this truck, that would be great. It is clean. It's been refurbished. It does not go out and pick up garbage, but I'm told that they do use it occasionally in parades. Looking good, right? International R185. There's a picture of the interior. Andrew did tell me that it's hard to drive. Standard transmission. A lot of the newer trucks are automatic, but these old ones all came standard, and he said it was a pain in the neck to drive. Here, you need a battery for your truck? Right here, look no further. They have plenty in stock because dead batteries, as you know, are quite common. Here, wrapped up in plastic, is an engine waiting to do its job and be put in. Here's an interesting vac truck. This room is full of nothing but shop manuals. I took this picture through an open doorway, but the room is just crammed full of shop manuals for every conceivable truck that they have. Nuts and bolts. They also do body repairs for their fleet cars. They have a lot of sanitation Fords, as you can see right here, and this one was involved in a mishap. There's a big heavy-duty wrecker. Here are some of the snowplows I was talking about earlier, stacked up. They said they were doing some routine tests on their snowplow today, earlier in the day, so that may account for some of it. There's more snowplows just waiting to be hooked up. This sanitation truck here, as you can see, comes equipped with an apparatus to attach a snowplow. New York City is different than many cities because when we have heavy snow, sanitation department, which is the guys that pick up the garbage, also do the snow. In other states, the highway department does the snow. The guys that fill the potholes and stripe the roads do the snow. So New York does it quite a bit differently. More blades. Here's the crew I was with, listening to the gentleman speaking and telling us the situation. Sanitation pickup truck, Ford. This I took a picture of because I've never seen it before. All these lights, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Unbelievable. Wonder what they use that for. More blades. Now we're going to go up to the next level. See-through stairs. Now we're up and we're going to go see the artist in residence. They actually have an artist who records promos for the sanitation department. And this is him right here. That's him at his desk, and he's going to give us a presentation now. He ran a bit of a slideshow from his desk, and it showed us basically many of the ads that the sanitation department used over the years. Later in the video, he's going to show us the paint shop, and you're going to be very surprised at what you see. They take off their used parts that are no good, and they send them out to the rebuilder or sell them for scrap. There were bins and bins of all kinds of things, alternators, starters, generators, you name it, they had it. The place is huge. It is a sprawling complex, and if you're into trucks at all like I am, you would really enjoy this tour. Everything you can possibly think of for a truck can be found here. They have to keep spare parts in stock because they have literally thousands of trucks on the road. Now we're going to continue to another section. Check it out. Have you ever seen so many? More spare parts lying around, tagged. Not exactly sure what they do with these, and I didn't ask, but I felt it was worth a photo. This is the machine shop, and they do all their own work here. They have every kind of tool you would think of. And we're going to look at some of them now. Some of them are diagnostic, some are not. You need special training to use these machines. Not sure how old they are, but they do the job. There's the gang, another machine. Pretty cool, right? I just figured I would snap every single thing because everything here has a story behind it. This is one of those little work carts that they use to get from one end of the factory to the other. A lot of oil. Waste oil? I'm not sure if that's waste oil or not. I'm not sure what whey oil is. Okay. Tire. These are all brand new tires waiting to be installed as needed. I don't know what the procedure is, but there was another rack of tires that was chained up. Here, they're installing chains, snow chains. When the snow gets a certain depth in New York, they use these snow chains on all the sanitation trucks for added traction. You can hear them coming a mile away, but they're very good. There are some people that will detract from these chains and say that they tear up the roads, but I honestly don't feel that's the case, because I've watched these trucks drive by me many times with the chains on them, and they don't do any damage. Sanitation rig. Now we're going to go into the paint shop, and I told you you're going to be surprised. They have selected 5 trucks to represent each of the boroughs and commissioned different artists to decorate the truck. So we're going to look at one truck each time, one by one. And we're going to look, I've never seen one of these on the road in my life. This kind of looks like the zebra pattern. Now we have this truck. You'll notice that they taped off a lot of the chrome so as not to get the paint on the chrome. This takes a long time to do this kind of work. Another truck. Interesting pattern. Different artist. Different one. I zoomed in on this one. Window with an arrow up to it. Interesting. See that? Handprints. Here you've got some people. There's that truck again that we just passed. That's the rear of the truck. As I said, I have never seen these trucks on the road in my life. I'm not sure if they even use them for anything except for like press opportunities. That's the back of one of the trucks we passed earlier. That's the inside of the truck, the driver's seat. Jeremy Nunez. I believe that's one of the artists for this particular truck. This is an actual garbage collection vehicle from the old days. It was pulled by a horse. This is what they used back in the day. Better look at that. And again. And again. This is a picture that I took of an old garbage truck. No longer in use, of course. This was what was known as a spray booth. And he was actually spraying the truck back in the day. He was painting the truck. There's another look at that vehicle. This is an interesting thing. Anybody want to take a guess what this is? I knew right away what it was. But this one is a very old model. It was a bomb truck back in the day. It's sitting on top of a trailer, and it was used by the old emergency service. You can see how the writing is all worn off. This is all heavy-duty wire, okay? And this attached to a trailer, a truck rather, I'm sorry, a tractor. This is the trailer. It needs work. They were talking about perhaps refurbishing this, because right now this is the original patina, I do believe. That didn't come out good. Now here's the way it looked back in the day. Take a look at these photos. There it was on the trailer, okay? There you can see the tractor pulling it, one of those old-fashioned ones. I'm not sure what year this was, and I asked them, and they didn't have an answer for me. So if anybody out there can recognize this particular truck, or maybe what the trailer is, I'm going to take a guess and say possibly late 40s, early 50s, but that's conjecture on my part. See? That's the way it looked back in the day. There's another shot of it. This is a picture that I took of a campaign that they were running many years ago called the Big Sweep. And there was a giant litter basket, as you can see in the photograph. And they actually have that litter basket right here on display. That is the actual one, but of course it's been touched up. There's Jeremy's truck again, artist in residence. There is the paint cans they use to paint the trucks. This is the sign making area where they make signs. And of course, paint is required and a little bit of ingenuity. These are lockers, and I'm not sure exactly what these meant, but they go by years, like Buster was 1960, Slats was 1970, Rags was 1980, etc., etc. Not sure what that was. I took photographs of these really old street signs. Broadway, Canal Street. I couldn't tell you when they used this color. I had to take a close-up of it, and I also took one of the other side of the sign. Times Square over there. So yeah. Oh, it's Times Square. And that, my friends, is the end of the tour. I sure hope you enjoyed this little look at my rendition of the Central Repair Facility in Queens, New York. Okay? Again, this was sponsored by Open House New York. They do this every fall. Please, if you're from the area, support Open House New York. They make these tours possible. Look for another one next year. They may do some during the springtime. I'm not sure about that. But let me tell you something. These tours are great. I went on one yesterday. You saw the videos. I'm on one again today. And guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, put them in the comment section below. Go out, make it a good day, rock on, and peace!